If you want a reason why people are leaving and businesses are leaving Portland in droves and why citizens are leaving blue states like Oregon, look no further than this kind of stuff right here. The Portland police chief has announced that he will not cooperate or work with federal ICE officials on immigration raids. I have sources within Portland police that you need to hear. Also, we're going to look into this Portland police Bob Day. Does he really run a DEI consulting firm? Let's go. How's it going, everybody? David Medina here. Hey, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're on X, give us a follow. Give us a follow across all social media at David Medina PDX. We're going to continue standing on truth. We're going to continue getting better, improving this show, making it more interesting because, let's be honest, a lot of the news today and a lot of what we're hearing is just doom and gloom, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's the same stuff. We're going to keep trying to evolve. We're going to keep trying to bring you high quality entertainment and production. We got producer Vlad here. Producer, how are you doing?
Hey.
Look at the new screen we got him. Look at this. Look at we sold a couple extra things in the house, turned in a couple more soda cans, and we were able to get producer Vlad his own like high production screen. That's pretty awesome. Producer Vlad, good to have you in, man. I appreciate you. We won our game last night, our basketball game, 1-0 in the Bay Club League, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into this story real quick. So the Portland police and their police chief, well, more specifically, their police chief, Bob Day. Okay, their new police chief, Bob Day, who took over from the DEI police chief. Well, he might be also DEI as well. Who took over from the other DEI police chief, the woman. It's just DEI after DEI after DEI in the Portland Police Bureau. He has announced that he is no longer going, or he is not going to cooperate. And here's Bob Day right here. This is a hostage video we're going to play for you here in a sec, because it seriously does seem like a hostage video. And it kind of in lines with my source in Portland Police that told me that he has good intentions, and this is from the source. He has good intentions. He's a good guy. He wants what's best for the city. But when you're dealing with the mayor, who's also the police commissioner, and you're dealing with the Portland leadership and Antifa, and you're dealing with the Oregon governor and all the woke, the woke supermajority, the Democrat woke supermajority in Salem, it's really hard to kind of do your job as a Portland police chief. And so we'll play that here in a sec, but he's saying that he's not going to cooperate with Donald Trump or the federal agents when it comes to immigration raids or any kind of activity deporting illegal immigrants. And I would say to that, sir, if this video really truly shows your true feelings, which just seems like a hostage video, I mean, me and producer Vlad were talking, then maybe you need to find a different line of work and maybe stop being the police chief, because this doesn't seem right and it doesn't seem moral. Why would you not work with federal agents to at least get the criminal illegal aliens? Because they're not even saying that. They're not saying, yeah, we're going to get the criminal illegal aliens off the street. They're saying, no, we're not going to cooperate with them at all. And so let me play this video real quick from Bob Day. We'll get into him. He's got a DEI speaking. What is it?
It's a consulting and like speaking business, and they include DEI in their training. Unbelievable.
I'm also going to read the message I got from my source, couple of sources inside the Portland Police that are saying they're not happy about it, but they're just following protocol, and that's where we're at. So here's the video from Police Chief Bob Day. He looks like he's just having a great day. He's just a happy fella right here.
It looks like they have his family in the back.
Yeah, are they have your family behind the curtain all tied up or what, dude? All right, here we go.
Dear community members.
Oh yeah, producer Vlad, thanks for having the volume up on that. Do me a favor, stand up. Just kidding. All right, producer Vlad, we're gonna have Grace on him today. Here we go.
Many of you, I am closely monitoring reports of immigration enforcement efforts beginning across the country. I'm also engaging in direct conversations with our culturally specific advisory councils that represent many of our immigrant families.
Sure.
It is paramount to recognize the fear and uncertainty this creates in our immigrant communities. I want everyone to feel safe and protected, which is why it's important to understand that the Portland Police Bureau does not engage in immigration enforcement, as outlined in PPB Directive 81010. Simply put, we have no legal authority.
And you can tell he's reading a script.
I am not alone in
his eyes are going back and forth. You can tell he's reading a script.
Concern for our immigrant communities. Mayor Wilson recently discussed Portland's commitment to being a sanctuary city at City Council, and the governor also pledged that our sanctuary state status remains unchanged. Also, Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield demonstrated his commitment to protecting our immigrant communities by challenging the president's executive order ending birthright citizenship.
Such a hostage
I take
video
great
if I've ever
pride
seen
in
it.
PPB's community engagement and continuous efforts over the years.
Sure.
We have long-standing relationships within the immigrant communities and Portland-based organizations.
This dude's going to go home, sip on like 4 bottles of different kinds of whiskey and beat every single one of his kids. That's what he looks like in the face. He is like, I mean, did they take him behind the curtain? All right, dude, I said it. Like, did they like beat him up like behind the curtain, dude? That's crazy. You can just tell his heart's not in it, dude. Like usually when you see these like these officials like get on the camera, it's like we are committed to our, and they really make it, they really sell it, right? They really bring out that acting and that emotion. And he's not doing. He's just like, gosh, dude, I hate my life. My pension's almost here. So I don't know what you guys think of that. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this video. But from the Portland Police Chief, Bob Day. And obviously I'm joking. He doesn't beat his kids. He's probably a good guy. From what I've heard, actually, I'm going to read the statement real quick. Okay, so this source said, please don't share my information, blah, 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 blah. Chief Day is a good guy with right intentions and wants the best for the Bureau and the city. The decisions regarding ICE are really in place from the mayor and governor. PPB has a directive in place about our non-intervention with immigrant-related matters. The chief is following that directive, which has been in place prior to his appointment. Now, we're not sure really who put that in place. We don't know if it was the previous woke police chief or the one before that, but these are directives that have been in place according to this source. This source also said, I don't really know anybody's feelings on the matter. Honestly, it's not discussed at work. We simply follow directives and fall under the direction of the city and state. It's a so much bigger scale than at the lower levels. And then they say some other stuff. But there you go. That's from a source within Portland Police. Usually, so I've reached out to several of my sources, and we're going to share that with you on my socials. Go to @DavidMedinaPDX on Instagram. Usually I post those in my story if we hear back from any other Portland police officers. There's a lot of good Portland police officers that are not with the woke, that are not with the the appeasing the woke minority. And there's a lot of good people, good God-fearing people within the Portland police that are just there to be police officers. They're not there to play politics. They're just there to be police officers and do their job. So what you just heard from the message actually falls in line with what we just heard from Chief Day. It falls in line with his demeanor of when I say it's a hostage video. I'm not really fully kidding. This kind of looks like he does. Maybe this is his demeanor all the time. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it just kind of fits with kind of how he delivered this message. So we're gonna go to this whole DEI thing that we're talking about with Chief Day. By the way, was reported by Andy No on Post Millennial. Go give them a follow. Really good organization. Post Millennial, they're a news source here in the Northwest. They do amazing work. Katie Davis Court. They have, I think his name's Ari Hoffman, and then Andy No. All do amazing work, and we're grateful for them because they do the work that we don't have time to do, but maybe in the future. Portland Police will not allow cops to aid ICE in mass deportations. Here is the official statement. We did want to see this was our official letter that he sent out, that the Portland Police Chief Bob Day sent out to community members. It says, like many of you, I'm closely monitoring the reports. Is this kind of what he said in the video, pretty much?
Similar.
I don't want to bore people with this whole thing. Anyways, there it is. It's on this article. You can go to this article. Make sure we put the link to this article in the video.
Yeah.
Okay. So Post Millennial is saying that, so Portland Police Chief Bob Day released an open letter to the public on Tuesday, reiterating the department's commitment to and requirement of not aiding efforts to combat illegal immigration. Oregon has been a sanctuary state since 1987, according to state law. What else happened in 1987? Producer Vlad? Mail-in voting started.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty weird. I'll just leave it at that. I'll let you guys all know. Y'all know. Portland police have no legal authority to help immigration enforcement, according to Fox 12. Okay. Day also runs a business that does DEI consulting. So let me just say that again. The chief of police of the city of Portland, the number one enforcer of the law, according to Andy No in the Post Millennial, Portland Police Chief Bob Day has released, has a DEI, he runs a DEI consulting firm. Is that correct, Producer Vlad?
Yeah, if you go down there, that's actually off his website.
Okay, so this is an actual excerpt off of his website. And again, thank you, Andy No. Make sure you go follow him, Mr. Andy No, on X. does amazing work. He's done so many things here in the Northwest that has just helped bring light to the evil that we're dealing with here. So this is on his website. That's Police Chief Bob Day right there. Keynote: is your organization wrestling with 21st century challenges from hiring and retention to understanding DEI or the next generation of employees and customers? Bob's keynote will encourage and give some functional tools to help you begin the process of self-awareness so that you are better prepared when conflict comes. What are your thoughts? Producer Vlad.
I just... It's absolutely absurd.
Until we get rid of woke and DEI, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is going to change in Portland. We have to get rid of this DEI woke nonsense. It's killed our city. Businesses are leaving like never before. Downtown Portland is not even recognizable. There's not even any foot traffic down there anymore, which is crazy because it was like the most active area in the state, and it was like the most beautiful area to go down. You used to go down to downtown Portland in the 90s and 2000s, and it felt safe and it felt cool and everybody hip and it felt innovative. It doesn't feel like that anymore. It's a ghost town. And this is why we have to get rid of this DEI woke stuff. And I'm sorry, but we need to have someone stand up to this woke minority that is running our state and our city, that is destroying it. We have to stand up to them and we have to change course. We have to get rid of this woke stuff. We have to get away from woke. We have to get away from everything's racist and this and that and everybody else's rights matters except normal people who are conservative Christians and just want to be left alone and not have propaganda shoved down their families' throats. That's all we want. Because that's so much to ask for, Producer Vlad.
Yes, it seems so.
Gosh, Jesus freaking. Oh, man. I'm already getting a headache. It's not good. It's not good. It's probably because I need to eat. You guys are like, Davey, why don't you eat? I'm on a fast, okay? I'm like pushing 36 and I'm trying to stay in shape. And turns out the older you get, the harder it is to stay in shape. All right, so here's the article from the Oregonian. Now, what stuck out to you on this, Producer Lad? Why'd you share this?
If you go further down.
This is from the Oregonian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going. So over here, I thought it was funny where it's highlighted. If you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
Go ahead.
They said it's unclear what will happen when Trump's ambitions, he has pledged the largest deportation operation in U.S. history, will collide with the Oregon law. So they're curious what's going to happen when ICE agents collide with Oregon's law, as if they're not just going to do it anyway. And then they say right below that, while federal agents don't need local or state officials' approval to detain undocumented immigrants, Immigration and Customs Enforcement usually leans heavily on local law enforcement to locate and hold immigrants.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, so basically, and here's the, do we have a picture of Chuck? What stuck out here about the former police chief? That
it said that he was named chief on June 8, 2020, amid protests over the murder of George Floyd and police brutality. And then the chief before him, she resigned because of her response to that, because they kind of said she mishandled the... Yeah,
so Portland had a female police chief until 2020. Then the George Floyd riots and everything were happening. And so they installed a black police chief to maybe alleviate some of that racial tension. I mean, probably was their intention there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, and so if you don't remember the 2020 riots of 2020, here's some video from Andy No.
You're ordered to disperse. You're subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd.
So that's what it looked like. And it's like we almost haven't learned anything. Although you did mention something, Producer Vlad, that and I'm going to end on some hope here. Was there anything else that we missed on here?
That's everything.
Okay. So to end on a good note, okay, it seems like the Portland DA is a little bit of an improvement from the previous DA, Mike Schmidt. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I guess he's saying that he's going to hold people accountable who commit, violent acts and who are rioting, and he's actually going to hold them accountable. And he's already have with some arrests from the inauguration protests, right? Yeah. So that's good news. That's good news. Listen, at the end of the day, until we get rid of this woke nonsense that has been purging our state and city, nothing is going to truly change in Portland. It's just not. And another thing, too, is my message to the Portland police chief and the Portland officials and everybody in Oregon, Tina Kotek, Gilbert Grapes, and everybody else that is saying, we're not going to, we stand with our immigrant communities, we do all that. Listen, I've said this multiple times. Two things can be true at once. My heart does break for families that are getting ripped apart and families that are getting deported that have been here for years. It's really not all on their fault, the ones that have come here for a better life. It's really not all their fault of what's happening. They were enabled by a horrible administration, the Biden administration and Kamala Harris, for allowing open borders. And I mean, if I was in Mexico and I was a family and I was fleeing gang violence and cartels, you bet your butt I would get my family and try to come to America. I mean, who wouldn't? So we have to remember to have a heart about this as well. But also we have to be a nation of laws. And we also have to remember that there are bad people that have come here illegally, criminals, rapists, murderers, people that are murdering our people. Laken Riley, perfect example right there. Gone too soon because of illegal immigrant. You have fentanyl that is going insane. Like the number one problem with youth and the drug problem today is fentanyl, all coming from the southern border. And so when you have officials like Bob Day and Governor Kotek that comes up and says, you know what, we're going to stand with our communities. Why can't they just say, you know what, I don't agree with this. I think that people need to be here legally. But why can't they say we stand with the families, but for the criminals, we're going to help the Trump administration get them out? See, they don't do that because they don't have what's best. They don't have the best interest for our country and our state. They play politics and whatever it does to make themselves and their party look better. And it's disgusting. And that's why we're so divided. And Republicans do it sometimes too. Conservative media does it sometimes too. But it's more on the left and it's more on the Democrats. They do stuff like this. Why is it so hard to say and to help President Trump and Tom Homan get the criminals out of our communities? I want you to ask yourselves that, and maybe go and call your elected officials, if you're in a blue state, that question. Why are you not standing against illegal criminals? Why are you not mentioning that? It's crazy. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on X and across all social media at David Medina PDX. Appreciate you being with us. Have a good day. Push out the negativity. We got this.